Hi, welcome to Marketing Monday. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution. We want to get the week started off with energy and intent. We want to carefully design the strategies for building our practices. We want to think carefully about how we market and promote those practices. We want to always do things with intention, and that doesn't mean that they can't be fun and engaging and all good, but it does require us to sit down, hopefully with me on Marketing Monday, and think about what this week is holding for us, because I think it's a blast. All right, let's talk today about hashtags. Someone asked me in the comment section of a previous Marketing Monday if I would put together a video, Marketing Monday video that talks about hashtags. And of course, I'm happy to. I think hashtags are great. So let me take a quick drink. I've got amaretto cream coffee on ice today because it's a bit warm. That's a good choice for a Monday. All right, so let's talk a little bit about hashtags. Do you know the origin of hashtags? I had to look it up because I didn't remember. They just sort of appeared one day. And hashtags date back, I was quite surprised, they date back to 2007 when a Twitter user by the name of Chris Messina suggested to his friends and followers that they start using the pound sign, that's what he calls it in his tweet, the pound sign, and then a topic phrase so that they could keep ideas and topics bifurcated so that they could aggregate their group of friends to initiate specific topic conversations. Brilliant, right? So Chris Messina, 2007, the rest is history. Hashtags are sensational. They are relevant. They are up to date. You find them everywhere. And why not? They really can be beneficial to you in your strategies and in your marketing and your communications. Three, just off the top of my head, three great benefits to utilizing hashtags in your social media is that they let people who wouldn't otherwise know you or know about you find you. So they're a really great tool for other people who are not in your immediate network to discover you because they follow a hashtag, you use that hashtag, and now there's an introduction to you. Osman, hello. Hello in Turkey. How are you? Thanks for joining on a Marketing Monday. Another reason that I think hashtags have a tremendous benefit is that they allow us to build a community. So if you want to know what's happening in the resolution industry, you can search by that niche. So you can go onto your platform. So for example, go onto LinkedIn and you use the search field and type in hashtag mediation in Turkey or hashtag arbitration or hashtag maritime arbitration. So whatever your curiosity is, whatever your keen interest is, you can use a hashtag to find people who also use that hashtag and connect with them and build your community. And then two, for engagement, obviously. This one's kind of the layup answer. If you want more engagement from your prospective clients, think about using their preferred hashtags for your posts. Honestly, I mean, they really can work like magic. So if you have a practice specialty, wage and hour, or personal injury, or wrongful death, or insurance, whatever your specialty is, you can use that as a hashtag. And then look at the hashtags that your prospective clients use most often and see if you can't integrate some of those hashtags into your posts. And on that note, let's talk a little bit about the plan. So you do want to think about your hashtag strategy. What's your plan to use these powerful little pound signs? Hashtags, they're really great for reach. They really, really are. Now, the thing about having a plan is that I'd love to say you can just throw up a bunch of hashtags and that would be really effective or efficient, and it's just not. You can't just throw up a bunch of hashtags sort of randomly and expect a really good rate of response. So we want to use them intentionally, like everything else that we do. Hashtags that when you stack up your hashtags and you use 10 or more in any post, we know from the Social Baker study that that can actually reduce your engagement by 68.2%. Now, that's a really big one, right? That's a really big number. We don't want to do that. Ultimately, the strategy that I use for myself and the strategy that I use on behalf of my clients is using between 1 and 3 hashtags for each post. Right? We don't want to overdo it. We don't want it to look like a hashtag bouillabaisse at the end of a post. Clarity and brevity, like we use in our communication as resolutionists, is the same tactic that we want to take when we're using hashtags. But let's break it down kind of platform by platform, because I think that that's important, because they all have a different algorithmic preference. So on Facebook, if you are the mediator who deals with primarily unrepresented clients, then you might want to have a business page on Facebook. And on Facebook, when you're using those hashtags, probably the people that you're connecting with are already really inclined to use services like yours, and that's great. But still, you want to use between like 2 or 3 hashtags for each of those posts on Facebook. All right. On Instagram, some people really like Instagram. Others of us don't quite get it. But if you are the practitioner that gets a lot of engagement on Instagram, that's great. Instagram loves hashtags. So you need to love hashtags also. For Insights, FOHR, for Insights, they noticed that when they use hashtags, their engagement increases 12.6%. That's not a number, that we want to just sort of dismiss offhandedly. That's a big number. And on Instagram, the gram, what the cool people say, the gram, you can use up to 10 hashtags per story or 30 hashtags per post or reel. So depending on the kind of engagement that you're using your Instagram account for, you can go 10 hashtags for a story and 30 hashtags for a post or a reel. Again, most of us will be just fine with using 3 to 5 hashtags on the gram. All right, LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, that's where most of us as neutrals spend our time. This is our preferred social media platform. And there are some real benefits of using hashtags on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, though, the language is a bit more formal. And so if you're going to use hashtags on Instagram, Facebook, the difference is going to be in the level of language that you use. And on LinkedIn, it's a little bit higher. It's a bit more of the King's English. It's a little bit more formal, less kitchen English. LinkedIn doesn't really have any limits that they impose on us for hashtags, but again, 1 to 3 tends to work best for myself and my clients. But you could go as far as 3 to 5 if you really want to get involved. But honestly, that's a bit heavy-handed. 1 to 3 is what works best. But it's really using hashtags on LinkedIn, I think, is a hugely underrated page feature that lets you track posts. It lets you do some research about your competitors or your perceived competitors. It lets you follow the news, what's happening in our industry, other articles that are being written about our clients, about our cases, about our industry, all different kinds of things. So hashtags are really important on LinkedIn, and there's lots of different ways that you can use them. You can use them in your posts. You can use them in articles. You can use them to research. Like I said, use that search field in the upper right-hand corner. So just type there hashtag personal injury mediation, right? So use those hashtags. Then let's go over to Twitter. A lot of us use Twitter, and Twitter, of course, that's how hashtags got invented, right? That's where they are at home. And arguably, hashtags are one of the most important features still to this day on Twitter. So you can, you can search on Twitter for trending hashtags. So you can look for the trends. You can follow who's tweeting about what, and that's always a lot of fun. If it applies to what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, if it applies in any way to the work that you're doing, respond. Use that hashtag and respond. Retweet, and respond, and use those hashtags to leverage your engagement on the platform. And so Twitter tells us that tweets that use hashtags improve your engagement up to 2 times on an individual account and 1.5 times for a branded business account. HubSpot says that business tweets with hashtags, 1 to 3 hashtags, go up 33% in viewership. So, but I think 1 to 2, again, 1 to 2 are sufficient for a really decent reach. And then YouTube. A lot of people still don't think about YouTube as a social media platform, but in fact, it is a really powerful social media platform. And on YouTube, if you're posting videos, you can really increase your SEO ranking. You can really increase your searchability. YouTube Creator Academy tells us this. And what they suggested is that there are 3 ways to display hashtags on YouTube. You can add hashtags in the description, in the title, and above the title. You can include hashtags in the video title and description. The official hashtag limit for YouTube is 15. But again, 3 to 5 hashtags are probably good enough. Also, uploading at least 1 video a week really increase your viewership. So let's talk about the different kinds of hashtags. I've got a list here of 8. One is the branded hashtag. And branded, I mean, just like the word suggests, it pertains to your brand, your business. It could even be your tagline. It could be hashtag Marketing Monday, right? That's a branded hashtag. Then trending hashtags, they tend to be a little bit more short-lived. They might not be as effective after a certain amount of time has passed, unless maybe you're doing like a throwback post or a throwback video, or tagging back in time. But they do work for the moment. And this is the one that I think most people are looking for when they call me up and say, Natalie, I want you to do a post, or I want you to create a video for me that'll make me go viral. I get that from time to time. And that's not really something that we can calibrate or strategize for. Going viral is one of those things that all of the stars have to be in alignment, and it requires a little fairy dust and good luck, good content. All of those things have to come into play. So, but that's trending. You can use those to your great advantage to kind of watch and see what's happening in your clients' niche marketplaces, in our niche marketplaces, etc. But you really want to use trending sparingly in your own posts. Location. If your practice really deals with just handling those cases in a specific geographical location, you can use hashtags to denote that. So if your practice is just in Houston, Texas, right, then you can put hashtag Houston and use that to connect with and get engagement with those people just in the greater Houston area who are most likely to be your client. A 4th one is going to be our industry. So this is going to be hashtag mediate, hashtag mediation, hashtag arbitrate, hashtag arbitration. That's us as resolutionists, hashtag settlement, hashtag resolution, right? That's our industry. A niche hashtag, we were talking about that a minute ago, and that's going to be hashtag insurance, hashtag insurance mediation, hashtag insurance arbitration, hashtag HOA mediation, right? That's the niche. There are also hashtags, you might have seen this as you're posting, for all of the special days. And special days are secretarial days. The one that I used last week was National Dog Appreciation Day. But you see them. These are the 4th of July. And sometimes your platform will actually suggest that you use those day hashtags. And those are a great way. So if you're posting about, I don't know, National Amaretto Cream Coffee Day, and take a picture of yourself at your desk enjoying your coffee, then you want to use that hashtag, and that gets that kind of engagement, right? Then there are hashtags that are phrases. So as opposed to hashtag mediate, it would be hashtag mediating divorces, 2 words or more. This would be hashtag getting ready to mediate, hashtag settlements settlement. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it's a phrase as opposed to a word. You get the idea. And then 8 is community. Community hashtags are the hashtags that you would, for example, use if you are a member of the American Bar Association's Women in Dispute Resolution. In that case, you would use hashtag WIDR. That identifies the group. Maybe it's an association or an organization. So if you belong to the NADN or the Southern California Mediation Association or the ABA's DR section, or the National Bar Association, whatever that sort of community identifier is, you can use that hashtag to promote not only your presence and engagement with that group, but also the group itself. So, hashtags, they are fun. They really do increase your engagement. I highly suggest you use them regardless of the platform you're on. 1 to 3 hashtags really is what I have found to be most efficient, most effective. You can have a little bit of fun with them. And when your social media platform suggests add this hashtag, really, really think about it. You can put hashtags up in lots of different places in lots of different ways. Again, use them for research, use them to build your community, use them for outreach. And on that note, I'll say hashtag be good humans. That's it for me. I'm Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution. Go intentionally into this week with your marketing, your promotion, your practice development. If you have any questions, concerns, problems, issues, or you're curious about things, please reach out to me in the comments and I will answer your questions and get back to you as best that I can. That's it. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.